Now, all we'll be using from the beginning through to the end of this video will be trend lines only. Nothing complicated at all, just trend lines only. First, we'll analyze the chart live now together using trend lines professionally. Second, we'll drop this trade in the private channel and also for all MM150 traders. And thirdly, we'll drop this trade lastly in a free channel so that every single trader available online can storm into this particular trade. And everything I just mentioned will be done live now. Then, just before we go on, if you're new to this YouTube channel, just remember to hit the subscription button, hit the like button, and also remember to turn the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that will be dropping out from this place. But not to waste so much time, let's dive in now. Boom. All right. Okay, guys. So this is exactly what we're having. So first of all, we'll just be using our XAUUSD, and we'll be using a zero spread, and then the leverage we'll be using will be 1 to 2,000, right? So that's just the leverage we'll be using. And also, if you want to know the broker, I already dropped the link in the description box. You can actually check it out if you want. Lastly, we'll just be analyzing on a 50 minutes time frame, so you don't need to ask that in the comment section. From beginning to the end of this video, all we'll just be using will just be a 15 minutes time frame. Okay, guys, so let's check it out now. All right. Okay, guys, now this is exactly what we're having currently, right? So we're literally just having a gold here now, and in mapping out this chart, this is exactly what we're having. So we actually noticed that gold actually just after pushing up, we noticed that it started dropping down like aggressively, right, from this region, right? It just started dropping down aggressively like that. Now remember, what I told you is all we'll be using from beginning through to the end of this video will just be our normal trend lines, just trend lines only, trend lines, right? Just normal trend lines. And actually I wasn't planning on recording today. I was just planning on dropping trades and that'll be it. But let's actually just record, right? So let's just record today. So every single stuff you'll be watching now, first of all, after we're done analyzing the chart now, because I'm going to show you exactly how I'll be analyzing the chart now, because that's the reason for recording now, right? After that, we're going to drop this particular trade in the private channel, right, so that everyone they can join, and at the same time we'll drop it in our MM150 with our MM150 traders, which should be expiring on the 19th, right, on the 19th of this month. And then after that we'll drop it in the free channel, right, because the trade will be kind of like long. We're expecting maybe like 3, 4, 5 hours of drop on this particular trade, but we'll just see how this particular stuff actually goes. All right, so after mapping out this stuff now using a trend line, what next did we notice? We noticed started dropping down, right? Good. Now, yeah, let's use our horizontal trend now. If we map out our horizontal trend from this region, you should notice what happened. It dropped, hit the spot, and then kept playing here until it finally pushed up towards the range, right? Good. And then we're having the spot and then the spot. So what can we do? We can easily map out our trend line again, right? Good. All right, now in mapping out a trend line, this is exactly what we're having, right? So now let's check out what happened. Now it plays around the spot and then gave us another horizontal trend at about the spot, right? And then after that, what do you notice? A spike happened. This is actually an X formation. Those that have gone through our MC100 class, they actually understand how this class stuff actually works. So this was an X formation. After that, it actually spiked down towards the bottom, and then we started having a formation like this. Now because it's an X formation, I can draw another trend line again right around the zone, right? Good. Now, so what do I notice? It hit the spot, drops down, hit the spot, drops down, right? You can see that. And so now what I'm looking for, what I'm desperately looking for now is actually an entry point, right? So we can literally see that the trend has already been hit, everything is already done, right? It actually wants to continue going down. All I just need to look for now is just what they claim my entry point. So let me just map this two out again like this, right? Good. Now it hit the spot, drops down, hit the spot, and now we're expecting to drop down. But now we need an entry point, right? So that's the main thing now, right? Because I need to get an entry point so I can drop this trade for what they claim for all the traders to start cashing out, right? Okay, so if we map out our horizontal here now, right, at about the spot, let me just use the wick this time around, right? Now after using the wick, this is exactly what you're having, right? So we literally saw it drop down first at this particular spot, after which it pushed back up towards our trend line, right? So we can call this a retest, number one. Number two, we can also say that it's actually completed its normal trend, right? So it will just continue dropping down, and then after that it dropped down again, which now becomes our second breakout, right? And then after breakout we always expect a retest, right? So after that, boom, it came back to the spot to give us a retest, and then from this level we can even map out another horizontal trend again. And then what do you notice? It actually hits the spot exactly, right? The exact spot, right? That was where it hit. So so guys, in using just a trend line, we already know what's about to happen on this chart, right? This particular stop just wants to drop down, right? It's it's actually just so straightforward, right? So guys, what I'm waiting for, let's actually give this trade out now, because I don't want this video to be so long, right? I didn't plan on recording today, right? So I actually just plan on dropping this trades, but since we can actually record it, why not? So let's just quickly drop this trade in let's just quickly drop this trade in a private channel first. I'm going to show you all the take profit and stop loss now, but I guess this chart is moving, so we can't talk too much now, right? So let me just quickly drop this trade. So that will be XAUUSD. And by the way, I will also be dropping that of the US30, but of course I won't be recording that, sorry, but I'll also be dropping that of the US30 now also. So I'll just do both now. I already analyzed US30 charts, but let's just focus on gold. All right, so XAUUSD, okay, so drop there, and then all right, so yeah, so let's see now. All right, so okay, all right, okay, that's cool. So be a take profit level. All right, good. All right, good. Let me just quickly drop that in MM150, also MM150 traders, because that's ending on the 19th of this month. Let me just quickly copy and paste there, and we're good. All right, so I just copied and pasted that there. Good. Now we've actually dropped this now, first in a private, second with our MM150 traders, because that our marathon is ending on the 19th, right, of this month. So everyone now is actually in the trade except us. So what are we waiting for? Let's storm into the trade also, right? Okay, so let's use a lot size of let's say 0.1. Let's use a lot size of 0.1. Remember, our capital is $500 and we're using zero spread, so I have to pay for commission. Don't forget that. So if you notice, we're paying for commission, our capital is dropping. But 0.1, we still have a free margin of like 490. Okay, guys, I will just use one lot there. I don't want to place in a lot of trades. Like the other day when we're stacking, I don't want to do a lot of stacking today. So let me just add another one. Let's see, that will be 2 lot sizes. We're having 2 1 lot size and then 2 of 0.1. That's okay, guys, that's okay. So let's just relax. Let's just relax and just leave it like that. So we are looking at this particular level now as a stop loss, right? Just at around this range as a stop loss level, just above this particular range here. So since we're mapping out a trend line, let me just map that stuff out. So we're actually having this range here, right, which is actually our horizontal. So just want to place our stop loss just at about the zone, right? Just at about the zone, right? Just around this particular zone, right? So that's where we actually place our stop loss. Also in our private channel, just around the zone, that's where we place our stop loss. Just wait now for the next few minutes and actually see how this particular stuff actually goes. So of course I'll drop this stuff also in our free channel, just like I already told you, but we'll just wait first for those on the private to actually cash out some cash from it first, right? After that, we'll just drop it in the free channel because this will be a really massive trade. Also on our US30, I will also share that in the free channel, maybe later also, right? Because I already dropped that trade also in a free channel, in the private channel and MM150 traders. So they're also in US30 trade. So after a few minutes, after this chart has moved, we'll also drop everything in the free channel so that every single person can just cash out, guys.
A few moments later.
Boom. All right, okay guys, so this is exactly what we're having currently. So these are just been moving really smoothly, guys. Now first of all our take profits on our private channel and also on MM150 has been hit. I also dropped this particular trade on a free channel, right? So if you go and check now the trade, I dropped it a while ago on the free channel, right? So I dropped it just immediately after the first take profit was hit, which was just around this region if I'm not mistaken, right? So I actually dropped the trade already since there, right? And everyone in the free channel actually stopped this particular trade already, and so all our take profits were hit, I think just at about this range, right? So just at about this range, all our take profits were hit there, and so I actually stated there that everyone should actually remain locked in, right? So nobody is closing the trade, right? Everyone should remain locked in, even those on the free channel. So I'm expecting everyone, or at least over 90% of them, are staying in this trade right now, right? At least, yeah, that's what I'm actually expecting. But then we'll just keep locking in this trade. I'm not stacking today, nothing as such. We are not trying to over risk. This particular trade is already over 5,000 bucks, almost 6,000 bucks, and that's because we're using a crazy leverage of 1 to 2,000, right? So if you can't handle the risk of 1 to 2,000, please use 1 to 500, right? So you don't have to risk so much, right? So this 1 to 2,000, you can decide to use 1 to 500. It's still very okay, right? I already dropped the link to the broker in the description box, right? So you don't have to use a really large margin, right? A really large leverage, right? Okay, now so all we just do now, right? This particular stuff is still pushing. Now everyone is still locked in. So the only way we are leaving this trade, or the only way I'm telling everyone to start cashing out, is when we get a bullish engulfing. So immediately we get a bullish engulfing, I'm telling everyone to zoom off this trade, and I myself, I'm zooming off this trade, right? Yeah, so that's just what's going to happen, right? So guys, we'll just wait now for the next few minutes and actually just says Picasso actually goes.
A few moments later.
All right, okay guys, now now this cluster has actually been moving really smoothly. So what actually happened, guys, was this: I actually had to tell everyone to zoom off this particular trade just at around this range, right? If I'm not mistaken, just at about the spot, right? So I actually had to tell everyone to cash out, but I was still hoping that the trade was just going to move smoothly. Now the reason why I told everyone to cash out about this range was as a result of this crazy rejection that I was at around this spot, right? So I had a little bit of patience for this to get formed, but then I saw this also, it started pushing up, kind of like playing around this region. So I just had to tell everyone to zoom up the trade, right? I told everyone to cash out if they want to, but I just kept holding the trade because right now I'm the only one holding the risk, right? And nicely, it actually just kept dropping. It actually kept dropping until I actually noticed that we had a bullish engulfing candlestick here, a really standard bullish engulfing candlestick at about this region. And then I was expecting to maybe drop down again, but it's still just playing around this region. The momentum of the chart, of course, has dropped. It's not as volatile as it was, but then you can literally see what's happening around this candlestick, right? So yeah, it's actually very tricky. So because of that, myself, I'll also be zooming off out of this particular trade, guys. So guys, also we actually just came out from the live of MM150. We're actually running some live trades now. So MM150 traders that are watching now, they understand what I'm talking about. So we just came from the live and we're actually trading at US30. Remember the US30 trade we dropped along with the XAUUSD, and that was actually very smooth also. And of course, I dropped that in the private channel just like I dropped it in the MM150. I also shared it in the free channel so that every single person there can actually join also to actually cash out. So every single person would have cashed out on XAUUSD trade that we are trading now, and every single person would have cashed out on that US30 trade also, which, well, I actually didn't record, but I will find a way to drop the screenshots around so you can actually see that also. Okay guys, so that just actually goes. So let's actually just cash out from this particular trade now, guys. So we're currently having roughly over 11k, guys. Now this was actually very smooth. This was actually very smooth, right? The movement here was actually massive. So basically everyone on this trade actually cashed out, right? Everyone actually cashed out, and I'm actually so happy that we recorded this particular stop. So those that actually cashed out, I know they are watching this particular stop also now, and I bet they are also excited. Boom. Okay guys, now just remember, for every single video that can hit over 1,000 likes within 24 hours, that's before we hit over 100,000 subscribers, I'll be coming back to that particular video, running through the comment section, and I'll be selecting 3 random traders that will be funding $3,000 each, just like that. So if you're new to Scalper YouTube channel, just remember to hit the subscription button, hit the like button, and also remember to turn the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that will be dropping out from this place. So that just as Scalper so much it goes, guys. So bye from guys. I'm Mr. P. Peace.